2024 is the Chinese Year of the Dragon, so of course I simply couldn't resist when I went to Starbucks and encountered this Year of the Dragon mug sculpted in the shape of a literal dragon. Look at the iridescent scales on this thing. Look at the little dragon horns. I personally don't understand why people are fighting one another over the Starbucks and Stanley Cup collaboration when this dragon mug was actually the most beautiful thing in the store. Besides the dragon mug, in the spirit of taking New Year New Me seriously, I also bought myself a ring from Monet as a little physical symbol of my commitment to building discipline in my life all year long. This ring is actually one piece of a pair, so the idea I've come up with is that if by the end of the year I look back and feel satisfied that I put in real effort and I worked as hard as I know I can to achieve my goals, I will buy myself the other ring to complete the pair to celebrate a disciplined year well done. It's 24K yellow gold and I wear a size 9. I bought my art supplies and stopped by a cafe before heading to art school. I have 2 large bags of stuff and the supplies ran me about $250 for drawing pads, charcoal, pastels, and various paints. Right before class, I popped by the locker room to stash my biggest supplies because I won't be needing everything immediately. Those funny looking benches are for drawing on, but I haven't used them because we have to stand as an easel to draw the whole class long. The goal here is to make an outline drawing of these still life arrangements, so on top of the cement block, there's a black lacquer teapot, a collection of bottles, there's a Henderson gin bottle as well, and a collection of boxes. The point of this outline drawing exercise is to see all of these objects together as one unified form in space, as opposed to getting stuck in the weeds about which of these objects is going to be the easiest for me to draw. Because a lot of people have the tendency to try to focus on which one is easier, and the point here is to not get caught up in that and just draw. So if you haven't seen one before, this is a drawing board and I'm setting up my paper pad against it. It just provides stability to the pad as I draw. If I had just the pad and the easel, when I'm trying to draw on the parts of the pad that are not supported by the thin back of the easel, my paper might bend or warp and that would affect my drawing negatively. I put gloves on because with charcoal or graphite pencil as I'm using here, as my hand moves over the paper, the residue gets all over my palms and it even ends up staining parts of my drawing that I want to keep clean. Alright, let's have a look at my drawing pad. These are blind contours. The whole point of this is to draw your hand without looking at the paper, which is why they're so awful. These are gesture drawings, so quick, light sketches looking at the hand. This is a blind contour of the same collection of objects I was drawing outline of earlier. I honestly struggle with how to start my drawings because even though some people would say that I know how to draw already, I'm not that comfortable in this skill as I should be, so starting every drawing is a struggle for me. Also, at this point I switched to charcoal, so the gloves are very much needed. And here are those charcoal drawings that I was doing. This one is a blind contour in charcoal of that collection of objects. This one is the pure outline where I was supposed to capture just the outer contours. And this one is another attempt at outline, but I didn't finish before the teacher called time. And this one is a normal contour in graphite, which is why it's a bit harder to see. These are my 5-minute poses, and I hate them because I'm terrible at drawing people with boxes. My 10-minute poses are a little better, primarily because I abandoned even trying to box anything. The person sitting next to me drew this pair of hands, and I personally think it was the best one.
Thank you.
I didn't actually draw these hangers, I just drew the negative space in and around them, and somehow the hangers materialized. So if you thought all of my drawings so far were wonky, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to squeeze out a fantastic drawing by the end of the class, and everyone agreed that this one was the best. My drawing ended up being the best one in the class. As we drove by, I spied this house with such gorgeous architecture being renovated. I'd love to build a house like this someday soon. I stopped to grab some groceries, then headed back to the cafe, and I saw this very cool floating automated ramen display in the window of a Japanese restaurant. That's me. It's too much. What's you? Where's the cutlery? Okay, thank you. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching my art school journey. If you enjoyed this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. Until we meet again, be well.